Hello and welcome to another update video about HBAR. So, heavily requested, especially by channel members. So we'll take a look today at a quiet Sunday. Take a look at HBAR. Last video was made, I think, on the 4th of May. It's been a long time. And I think I did some updates during member live streams on the Sunday. So this does not necessarily reflect the wave count from the last video. I think we made some changes during member live streams, and the overall Elliott Wave count here from a higher level for HBAR is that this year was the first significant wave 1 in March 21, the first significant impulse. We then came down in a wave A, we moved up in a wave B, pretty much like ADA did it as well, and we then moved down in a wave C, a very long wave C, an expanded flat pattern based on the Elliott Wave method. That found possibly its low exactly at the 88.7% FIB level here at 6 cents. Now overall I need to say what HBAR is delivering at the moment is not enough yet to be super bullish or super confident. We could carefully say that maybe the low is in, yeah, but it's still very early days, so we need to be careful. Now after the wave 2 we would expect obviously a wave 3. We can just for fun calculate the target for the wave 3 for the next all-time high basically, but it's a long way to go and I don't really want to create hope here, or hopium, but it would take us to at least 77 or 78 cents, the 1.618 extension. That would however be the minimum, okay? And that only provided we get to a new all-time high. So this would basically be the target in a price discovery phase. Now, where are we now on the lower time frame? Let's take a look here on the hourly chart. Now, I believe it was, and I can't remember, I believe it was in a member live stream that we talked about this descending wedge here, a bullish breakout pattern. We broke out of it. You can also see this as an inverse head and shoulders that HBAR broke, yeah. And then here we broke out of it, and we're now moving higher. We even moved above the 50-day moving average, something that now, for the very first time since the beginning of this entire correction, a lot of cryptos have managed to do. Okay, we had here back in April, March, we had a brief period where we were above the 50-day moving average. Everything else though was not really worth mentioning. And yeah, we are moving higher. Now we can carefully assume that the low might have been in here at 5.5 cents at this wick to the downside. Not necessarily taking this wick too seriously. It could very well be that that this was only a fake out or glitch on an exchange, but I can take this one seriously. So I think to be on the safe side, I would count to that the low was in here. This was also 5.8 cent, and since then we've moved up in a wave 1 and came down in a 2 and another 1 2 here at the moment. So there's a few possibilities how this could now be counted. We can draw here an ascending trend line, only 2 touch points here, but we should get, no, also only 2 touch points here. So this might emerge to something like an ascending wedge. Yeah, so be aware of that. At the moment, we can count what is currently happening here as a wave 1. It was the first impulsive wave to the upside, then a corrective wave here to the downside. And then, however, we would now expect to be in a third wave. And in this third wave, we have now already done another wave 1 and a wave 2. And we would now be in the wave 3 of the wave 3, like many cryptos are as well. Now, this is one possibility. Another possibility would be to see all of this as possibly a developing leading diagonal that we can count here a 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we'd be in the wave 5, and all of this would then finish off a wave 1. That's another possibility. Therefore, it's not very clear yet, yeah, and therefore the best indication that we push higher will be a breakout above the ascending trend line here. Yeah, so at the moment this is a little bit unclear, especially as we haven't seen massive price action yet since the low. But at the moment, as long as the wave 2 here is holding at 7 cents, we can focus on higher. Now the target for the wave 3 in yellow at the moment would be 10 cents, and that perfectly makes sense from a psychological point of view as well, because the 10-cent level is typically an important psychological level. So I would definitely expect some resistance there when we approach it. After that we would see a wave 4 down and a wave 5 up to finish off this white wave 3. We can also calculate the target for the wave 3 in white. Depends a little bit on how the wave 3 in yellow is performing, but textbook I think would be here the 2.618 extension at 11 cents, basically because we have an extended wave 3 here due to the long waves within the white wave 3, here the yellow ones. So this is how I would see it. I'd be a bit cautious, because an ascending wedge is always a bit of a keep an eye on it, because it could be that all of this is just going to be a leading diagonal, and then what you're going to do, if we can count all of this here just as an entire leading diagonal in a 5-wave pattern, you would then expect, and this would then count as a wave 1, you would then from here expect an ABC pattern down in a wave 2, so that could then break the ascending trend line. But in the first instance, therefore, the 7-cent level is highly relevant. But as long as this one here is holding 6.3 as well, we can focus on higher. So these are the two key levels. Ideally, we want to see the breakout to the upside to make it more obvious in which wave count we are. And to do that, again, first key resistance is here the 8.1 cent level, the wave 1 high, but then we just need to break above this channel. That would be a really good indication that a wave 3 rally is on the way, and that could then take us to 10 cents or just below 10 cents. You can see over here we had some resistance levels around 9.8, 9.9 cents. And that's my view about HBAR. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe as well, and maybe check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.